Everybody, everyone in the UK, from the Ninjas to your Russes, your Potter Papers, and to people overseas as well, Davido, everybody. So anything to do with music, it's me. So if you're in the building today and you know a friend or you yourself makes music, please come and see me afterwards. But I'm very, very honored to be invited down by, of course, Pastor Basola and Pastor Emmanuel. Please round of applause for them. And let me stop talking. I'm going to perform something for you today. It's a song called Daydream. We're ready. Yeah. This song's a bit about my life, so don't cry. Play it. Yeah. And as the time goes by, I had to realize that everything relies on me. And even though I chose this life, I didn't know why. Something was just guiding me. And even as the time goes by, I had to realize that everything relies on me. I can never give up, no. I can never give up, no. Yo, look. Growing up, I wish I had a me when I was younger. I think of what I would have been, sometimes I wonder. There was no hope, no joke, only hunger. I think of all the stuff I've done for a story jumper. Was it rough and red? I don't even know again. Treacherous, I saw my friend tick his mama out a peg. That's what happens when you make your own start, your end. And ain't it funny how our postcode chose our friends? Living out my dream was a nightmare. Ironic how just to get out boxes we brought squares. I saw giving at the top stairs. Scar my eyes, I be looking at my block weird. I'd be lying if I told you we were not scared. But how we live made it easier to block fears. Mommy can't talk to her son, he ain't inspired. Play the streets, dodge these, and we been wired. Play the cards we were dealt, so we conspired. Serve fiends, catch Z's, but we weren't tired. Young G's getting caught up in the crossfire. Why you think them cat C's got hot wired? Sisters crying, mum's in a mess and she don't know that little bro got funds on his head. Working overtime because she saw her mother do it. And she knows that mommy done that whenever she's going through it. Can't block the pain, it's a shame. In fact, this isn't the sad destiny, I live by that. I can't imagine where I'd be if I didn't walk this road. And funny how in every footstep I found my soul. And it's like this whole journey's my home car. I'm so restless when I'm alone. I know it's foolish to love a person who isn't loyal, but you don't know what it means to put a seed into soil. I had to realize that everything relies on me. And even though I chose this life, I had to realize every dose was guiding me. And even as the time goes by, I had to realize that everything relies on me. I can never give up, no. I can never give up. Yeah, and as the time goes by, I had to realize that everything relies on me. And even though I chose this life, I didn't know why. Something was just guiding me. And even as the time goes by, I had to realize that everything relies on me. I can never give up, no. I can never give up. Thank you all.
Welcome everyone to Wealth One. Today,
this is our launch, guys. Round of applause.
So a lot of you are probably wondering why you're here today. Simply.
Wait, Gideon. I think they're wondering who we are.
No. Okay, let's do a quick one. My name is Gideon, aka as well Gid So Fly. Thank you. It's pretty obvious why Gid So Fly. Why I'm called that. And I'm here with today
Evan Aaron,
aka
EO.
Quick one, guys. EO comes from very way back. Me and Aaron go way back, but we'll leave that one for today. But as I was saying earlier, a lot of you are probably wondering why you're here today. A lot of new faces. This is obviously our launch of Wealth One. And what a lot of you are probably wondering, what is Wealth One? Yeah. Wealth One, simply put, is the home of young, successful, inspirational leaders in different communities and businesses that are thriving in these businesses as well. And it's not just about embracing these successful young leaders, but it's also about these leaders making sure they have an impact in their communities, in their different industries, and ensuring that they have a passion to continue to grow the next set of leaders in those industries as well. So stay tuned for a lot of different things that are coming up, but maybe Aaron, you can tell us what we got going on today.
Yes, so guys, if you look on your seats, you'll be able to see the program of today. Yep. Get that in front of you. Yes, so you'll be able to see the great things we have planned today, from the performances, more inspirational talks, and our very own co-founder of Wealth One, Pastor Busola. So I need everyone to hold their cards up for me. Let me see it.
Show hands, everyone. Yep, nice.
And flip it round so the QR code is in your face. Thank you. So what I need you to do is get your phones out and scan the QR code, which will lead you to all our social media handles from Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat. So, Gideon, have you got your phone on you?
I haven't, but don't worry, we're gonna do our one later.
Okay.
You know it's late when we do our things.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a selfie. Christopher, take a selfie of yourself quickly for me.
Just a quick one.
Just a quick selfie.
Why are you so happy? Don't worry.
Quick selfie. People at the back of her, please smile. Yes. And then once you've done that selfie, yes, cute smiles. Yes.
Thank you.
So once you've done that selfie, tag us on Snapchat at Wealth One, and we will repost all your stories.
Perfect. So what we're going to do, as I've mentioned, we do have young, inspiring leaders in the building today. And I think we're going to probably just go to a few of those people in those industries, just find out briefly what they're about and who they are, and then we can go progress into the rest of today's service. So I'm looking around, and I think I've got to go see one person, one and only. I'm a football man myself, and I'm going to go to the main man, of course.
Locked in.
But good evening, sir.
Just introduce yourself. Good evening, everyone. My name is Moya. I'm 19, and I'm part of a business called Locked In. We run weekly sessions and just empower young grassroots players. That's what we do.
So just a bit more about Locked In. I know you said you run sessions on a week basis. A lot of these boys that come to your sessions, I believe, are around your age. So how is it managing these boys on a week-to-week basis, especially boys that are around your age and may kind of feel a bit intimidating sometimes?
First of all, no one really intimidates me my age. Funny enough, I'm not the most intimidating myself, so I'm quite short, obviously. So it's hard for me to get like 3 people's calls sometimes. But obviously, mostly the people at sessions are of colour, and you know how they like to act sometimes. You know what I mean? They get a bit rowdy. Football's a bit passionate, gets aggressive. So in the moment, they might say some things that are out of order, or they might act out of character. But obviously, I just try to keep a calm head. I try to understand it. Because obviously, they like me. I was not, I used to be like them. They're not like me. But yeah, I used to be like them, so I kind of understand where they're coming from sometimes. And yeah, like I just try to make them enjoy the session. And yeah, like try to do all the difficulties sometimes.
Thank you. That's just a brief overview about Locked In, and maybe we'll go to another industry in the building today.
Who should I go to today? Hello, Esther. Hi. How are you today? Yes, stand for me. So what I need you to do is just tell us who you are, what you do, what in-house business are you in?
So hi everyone, my name is Esther Clark and I'm a part of a Law House, which is a one-stop beauty shop, aka the UK's first one-stop beauty shop. I think that deserves a round of applause. What do I do? I'm a hairstylist and I'm also a financial admin there as well.
Wow. So what's the secret to getting your hair that slicked back? Because I know I've seen some people, they've tried to slick their hair back, but it's still looking, let's say, puffy.
Okay, the secret is actually our beginners one-to-one ponytail class, so you can actually book that at the Law House UK on Instagram.
Perfect. So another question I want to ask you is, what's the funniest moment you've encountered at a Law House, or with one of your clients, or those who you work with? What has been the funniest moment for you?
If I can pick one, it would definitely be wanting to eat and then the buzzer goes off with my next client, so that's actually skipped. So that's just one as a beautician.
So starvation. I'm joking. So where can they find you at Olo House? So what's your social media handle?
So you can find us on Instagram, TikTok at Law House UK.
Thank you.
So that's just a brief discussion with some of the leaders in the building today. But as you guys did come in today, I believe a lot of you were given raffle tickets.
Yeah.
So everyone, stay tuned. We do have a giveaway today. I think.
What's the giveaway?
Should I?
What are the 3 lucky winners going to win today? One of them will be me, but what are the other 2 going to win today?
So the prizes we've got for grabs today, we've got, of course, as a Law House I just mentioned, we've got a £50 voucher for a Law House. We also do have Chelsea tickets up for grabs as well today. And one of the businesses also a part of Wealth One, Stay Fresh Shoe Cleaning Company, will also have the chance to offer someone free shoes to clean.
Wow, okay. That sounds very good.
So thank you guys. This is our segment done. You're not gonna run. We're gonna be here. We're gonna see our faces. See it again. See this. This is.
Look at this
clean.
look.
It's clean. It's
Really
lit.
so
It's just
flat.
making a lot of sense. So stay tuned. We're gonna be locked in. There's gonna be a video coming up. Inspirational. Thank you guys.
I'll stay here for 1 minute. If you guys are taking pictures and anyone? No?
Please.
No?
You're alright, man. You're alright.
We'll see you guys at the end.
See you.
If it is possible for you to do by the month of August is to gather 1,000 under 25.
Dans ce smoke, me met plus la force.
Hi everyone. Hi guys, my name is Zita and welcome to Cheers to That. I'm really loving the energy from everyone. This is so nice. Thank you guys for coming. If you didn't know, Cheers to That is literally a show where we have cheers and some chat. Well, no, sorry. We have drinks and some chat. That's what I meant. So today I'm here with a very special guest, someone I love dearly. I have today Jemima Wow.
Hi Zisa, how are you?
Hi Jemima, did you miss me?
Maybe just a little bit.
You missed me?
Yeah, just a little bit.
No, I'm actually surprised that you missed me. Last time you saw me, you actually really hated me.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't forget. But I have a gift to make up for everything.
Okay.
So I brought you something. Close your eyes. I bring you your favorite drink.
Oh, thank you.
You're probably thinking like, how did I get her favorite drink? Well, what I did was I stalked Jemima on social media. I asked her friends, I asked her family, and then I found her favorite drink. And yeah, that's how I
So
went.
you're a stalker?
Yeah, I'm a stalker.
Okay,
Guys, I'm a
okay.
stalker. So today we're gonna have some drinks. As you can see, I've got some special drinks for you. I actually want to ask you, what is your favorite drink on a night out?
Maybe like a porn star martini.
That drink's overrated. Why is that your
Really?
why is that your favorite drink?
What drink comes with prosecco on the side? You tell me.
No. I'm more of like a strawberry daiquiri kind of girl. Yeah.
Yeah, basic, but I like it.
Okay. So basically, I'm basic, guys. Basically, that's what you say. Okay, so let's try these drinks.
Ooh.
So today I have for you Fraise. I think it's called Fraise. It's a Korean drink. It's actually quite popular. So yeah, let's try it. Ooh, how do you even open it? It's actually quite difficult to open, guys.
Let's see.
Okay, let's pour this drink. Oh, and it's pink.
I mean, you can see that before, though, isn't it?
No, but it looks purple inside here. Let's try. Okay, let's try. Look. What did you got for this?
Interesting.
What?
Not bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just got like
What? It's just in your face.
it's kind of disgusting. but do you know what? I can manage. It's nice.
I like this drink. I might even be addicted.
Really? How?
No, I like this drink.
I don't think it's addictive, but we can
What's more
manage.
addictive than this drink?
Well, you really want me to go there?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Get into it.
for me, I would say weed is more addictive than this drink. Yeah, I would.
Okay, that's like a huge jump. That's a huge jump. Okay,
Yeah.
why would you say that?
I would say that because if you really want me to get into the story, I started smoking at 15. I don't smoke anymore. I used to smoke. But
Are you sure?
I started smoking at 15, and just to get straight into it, I was a heavy smoker. I used to smoke maybe like 11 zoots a day. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I smoked like 11 a day, and I'm not proud, but I needed it at the time to get my mind out of the real world. And every time you feel sober, you want to roll another zoo. Like, nah, I feel sober, so you smoke again.
Wait, so what was the reason for you to want to do that? Like, what was like making you want to do that all the time?
Well, growing up, I was involved in the streets. As a female, that's like really good. It's messy out there. I actually was exposed to a lot at a very young age, which led to me to be a violent, angry person. Smoking was almost like my coping mechanism. Oh no. Yeah, it was my coping mechanism, and honestly speaking, it was just something that made me happy at the time. I actually went to an apartment party this day, and this day I got sliced in my arm. And after I got sliced in my arm, I was very paranoid, so weed helped me calm down, and yeah.
So it sounds like you've had quite a crazy life. What would you say was the craziest moment that happened to you?
So basically, when I was 8 years old, my house got raided at like 6 a.m. I was getting ready for school, and my mum didn't want my brother to get caught, so she got his drugs and his flip knife and put it in my book bag. And she's like, she looked at this house, you know when your mum.
So instead of the books, there was like a flip knife.
There was a flip knife, and she told me to go through it when I get to school. So for me, that was traumatic. I don't actually think she realized. From then, I wasn't really scared of much. I was kind of used to playing with knives, not with other people, but I was just being intrigued. I'm 8, I'm seeing knives.
Yeah.
You know, so from there, I would say was kind of my exposing point, and for me, that's crazy. At 8 years old, you shouldn't be seeing that.
So that's kind of the build-up of how you ended up developing an addiction and a lot of other things.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to be addicted to things. You know, like
That will.
you know, I used to be addicted to coke. Yeah. Why are you laughing? Why is everyone laughing?
As in
What's that?
like coke, as in.
No, like the drink.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the drink. Like, no, what was she talking about?
Oh no, honestly, don't worry.
I'm too young for that. So I see you have a lot of people in the audience that you brought today, but also you're surrounded by a lot of people on your social media. I believe you have a picture of you with a lot of people that you're surrounded by. Who are they to you? And tell us more.
I think for me, I wouldn't have met these people if I didn't come to things like this. So for me, my journey started when I came to things like this each week. I would just be coming, I didn't really understand what the vibe was, I would just come in, and I would just stay consistent. Years later, I met people, like younger people, and some way, somehow, I inspired them. And if you look at that picture, there's actually a few of them that actually are here and are at different churches right now, running their own churches. So these young people to me are very important. I've been able to expose them to something new, and they're growing. So I love them dearly. Hopefully they don't watch this because I don't want them to know. But yeah, I love them dearly, and I'm looking forward to growing the next set of young people. So yeah.
So would you say they've kind of added to your transition today?
Yeah, most definitely. I think, you know, when people rely on you and they look up to you, you have no choice but to become something. You have no choice but to be inspirational. And it's almost they're looking to you for help, so you need to provide the help. But I wouldn't have done that without the family, really and truly.
So if you had to describe Jemima in one word now, what would you say?
A mobilizer.
Mobilizer.
Yeah.
Explain what a mobilizer is for people that don't know.
A mobilizer is somebody that's able to get somebody to believe in what they believe in. That's how I see a mobilizer. I think I've been able to do that quite successfully, actually.
And where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
If I can get this word right, don't judge me. A trillionaire.
A
trillionaire that's been able to raise many trillionaires.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay. Will I be one of them?
I don't know, because really and truly, you ditched me for like 2 weeks and brought me milk and think that's cheap.
No, I'll get you the drink you want, your favorite drink. We'll go on a night out.
Thank you.
After this. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to Cheers to That, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the service.
Thank you guys.
Good evening, Wealth One. You can do so much more better than that. Good evening, Wealth One. Alright, let's try this again. Good evening, Wealth One. Perfect. Lovely to see so many new faces. My name is Pastor Olokon. I am the assistant leader of Wealth One. Can I get some noise, please? Of course, let me stand on existing protocols. Good evening to Pastor Alex, who leads the Limitless Family, Limitless Industry. So I'll give a shout out to him as well, please. Of course, good evening to our leader, Pastor Basola of the Warehouse. And good evening to the rest of you guys. I can't go through every single person, but good evening to every single one of you. It's nice to see some new faces. My job here is very simple. I'm here to simply talk about my story and my journey and how I actually got into the position of where I am today. I haven't got the typical story in the aspect of I wasn't part of no gang. I didn't do drugs. Thank you, Jemima. I don't think I've even ever smoked weed in my life. That's the honest truth. I grew up I was born in Lewisham, raised a bit in Lewisham, lived around Maze Hill, Woolwich, etc. Only recently have I realised Woolwich has got a bit of clout, right? Growing up, Woolwich wasn't somewhere that you'd say that you were from. If anything, you'd just say you're from Bermondsey. It's down the road. But now Woolwich is getting recognition, so we'll take it. We'll take the credit. So I'm from Woolwich, I was from Woolwich, so I'll take that credit. But the way I want to tell this story is I actually want to switch it around. I actually came from, I wouldn't say a prim and proper background, but I was actually fortunate enough to get stuff like good education, be exposed to people in the industry, but the point of it was it actually didn't lead me to anything because I didn't actually have a vision, an ambition, a desire to do anything. That's not true. So as much as most people go through how they were in gangs, how they were down, I've never been depressed, by the way, guys. Never been depressed. I've been perfectly fine. That's the honest truth. I've never been depressed. I know how you get the stories of people slitting their wrists and crying and etc. But I can't remember how many times I've actually cried. That's the honest truth. But how I want to tell this story is in the way that, despite all these seemingly normal things or the opportunities I did get, it actually led to nothing because I didn't actually have some form of vision. That's the honest truth. So if I go back on my story, I went to Dartford Grammar School. If you know Dartford Grammar School, I actually didn't want to go there, so all boys grammar school. And it's a real grammar school, guys. It's not one of them fake ones, you know, that just say like stuff like Enfield Grammar School that just say they're grammar school, but they're not really a grammar school. I actually went to a grammar school. It was difficult to get into the school. You guys know what I'm trying to say? And because I was not in the catchment area, I had to get like basically 4 marks, which I basically done. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, cool. It's an international school. I remember the day my mom told me I would go there because she was surprised I actually passed the exams. And I remember, so I told you guys I don't really cry, right? I remember crying knowing I was going to an all-boys grammar school. Because I grew up in Woolwich, because I grew up in Greenwich, them kind of areas, I just thought to myself, me going to a school in Kent was going to be an area whereby I'll meet a lot of, let's just say, Oyinbo boys and what we call neeks in the area. And I wasn't really enticed by those kind of things. I just wanted to be with my guys that were going to the other schools such as St. Paul's, for those that know that, St. Columba's, them kind of schools. I just wanted to go there. I didn't really care about education. My mom told me I was going to that school. Fast forward, I actually done really well in Dartford Grammar School. I like to boast about this. I don't get the opportunity to say it much, yeah, but I actually like to boast about stuff like my GCSEs and my A-level grades. As I told you guys, I actually was kind of decent. So I got 7 A stars and 3 A's. Funny enough, I got A stars in the likes of like Chinese, the likes of Latin, the likes of chemistry and biology. Yeah, I know a lot of you don't know what that is. It's alright. It's alright. I also got 3 A's at A levels as well. So you can see that I'm actually coming from, in terms of education and book smart, I'm quite smart. That's the honest truth. I then went to University of Birmingham. I remember I got an unconditional offer at Russell Group University. You guys can clap for that. There's a reason why I'm sharing a few of these things with you guys. But I got an unconditional at Russell Group University, and I actually this is where I met Josh. So Josh is actually the leader of the campaigners. They're another church that's actually running at the same time as us. You can give a clap for that. And this is the first time I actually got to know what depression was. So Josh was one of my closest friends at the time. And the guy was always smoking weed. He was always depressed. He was always down. I used to look at him like side eye and be like, brother, what's going on with you? Do you get what I'm trying to say? What's going on with you? We're living the same life. Why are you always upset? So how we actually got my first exposure to the nation was through a youth revival service led by actually our very own leader, Pastor Basola. And that service was actually packed out. I believe there was many people there, and that was the first time I actually saw a lot of youth in one place. I remember seeing other churches within university, and yeah, they were able to gather a lot of people, a lot of young people. But I'd never seen it like this. I think they had one of the biggest lecture rooms packed up to the brim. But the truth is, it wasn't good enough to entice me to the nation, or entice me to youth revival. Again, sometimes I'm very, very skeptical about who I choose as my friends or the people I surround myself with. And I remember seeing them and they were all color coordinated. I remember that they were gonna chant, like someone said, youth revival, they were screaming some form of noise. I was thinking to myself, what's all this about? I was like, nah, this ain't for me, this is too many theatrics. I can't bother to be a part of this. But as I told you, I always look at Josh with a side eye, yeah? So I'm sitting with Josh in the crowd, and I'm giving him side eye, and I'm seeing him taking in this service. I think Pastor Obi was preaching, and I was saying to myself, okay, this must be kind of serious. One habit I have that's very bad even till now, I'm always on my phone. So I didn't actually get to take in the service the way I wanted to. It didn't pierce me the way it pierced Josh. So I remember Josh went up to the front. I then went up, well, I had to then accompany him because he didn't want to go by himself. And then Josh entered the nation. And by the way, I never saw Josh for another year. That was the last day I saw Joshua Billions ever again. So he's now joined this movement. And I'm just there by myself. I had one of my other friends, most of my other friends were doing gap years, so I'm basically by myself at uni at this time. And then it kind of led me into thinking, okay, you're now here, and I just recently got selected for some HSBC top 100 future leaders. I don't know how I got it, guys, but I got it somehow, yeah. And this is where they choose the 100 future leaders in each year group across all unis in the country. I don't know what they based it upon, but they selected me. I saw myself there. And I remember sitting down one day and I was saying to myself, okay, Alakon, you've got all these good things that may seem that it's coming from you. You've got good grades, you're exposed to people within certain industries, but what are you actually doing with yourself? What are you doing? And you know when you're alone, you see when you're in uni by yourself, yeah, you know the thoughts that it can take you down, like, do you know where you could go? The hole, yeah, that it can lead you in terms of your thoughts. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm actually doing nothing. I remember sitting down one time, yeah, in my kitchen, yeah, I was just sitting down on a couch, you know the communal couches that they have in uni. I was just looking at myself like, I'm a bum. I'm a bum, like, you've got all these A stars, you've got all these A's, you've got all these good grades, you've even been selected for 100 future leaders, but yeah, I'm just a bum. And I remember at the time, the people I lived with, yeah, they were getting like internships to like big law firms, internships to these engineering companies, and I couldn't get one. And I was like, oh, Alakon, what's going on with your life? So I remember I stopped going to uni because I thought, what was the point? There was no point of it. And then second year came about, and I started hearing more about youth revival, but not really youth revival. Now it's called Birmingham Revival, and they were having fellowship. Now this time, one of my other friends, Afolabi, now came onto the scene. Now Afolabi was doing a gap year in my first year, but he came onto the scene in the second year. Now he started taking in this whole Spat Nation thing, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so Josh is gone. I ain't seen him again. Now Af was taking in this thing in. Now if you know me, me and Af will go back all the way back to 010. Me and Josh was like 018, 016, 017, so I can afford to lose Josh. See, losing Alpha, yeah? Now that one is tough. So that one is tough. So I asked Alpha, what's going on? What's happening? He goes, oh no, bro, I think you should start taking in this nation thing and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? Bro, I've seen this thing for years. It doesn't appeal to me. But let me tell you what actually happened. If you can actually take me to a scripture, I'm going to use one scripture, John 8 verse 12, yeah? This is actually what happened to me, yeah?
John 8 verse 12 NIV. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. The Pharisees...
Perfect. That's all I need. Now Josh has come back onto the scene. I've now seen the likes of Aaron, Daniela, Ayokunemi, and I'm seeing all these people that have joined the nation or that have been at the nation for quite a bit. So I've seen Josh. So Josh has come back. I'm seeing him in a Gavici hoodie. I'm seeing him in some LV shoes. Even at his hood, I got an LV cross bag. I was like, raw, what, life's different now, yeah? Cool. Life has changed for you, yeah? Cool. I'm now seeing the likes of Erin. Guys, if you know Erin, yeah, let me tell you something about Erin. Erin used to be the girl when she was the first one to every party. Every party. Erin was the first. Where's Erin? She's the first person to every party. Yeah? Cool. But do you know what's so funny? Yeah? I've seen these guys now join a movement and their life has almost changed. I'm seeing someone like Erin managing to lead people. I'm seeing someone like Billions able to pull in certain levels of finances. I'll never forget when Josh asked me to go shopping. Like, he asked to take me shopping. I was like, you that was depressed just a year ago. You're now telling me to go shopping. But this was because there was a set of people that decided to follow something that brought them out of darkness into a light. And now this light was radiating so much that because I was in darkness, all I can see was that light. And all I can see was that attraction and be attracted to that light. So fast forward now, I've said to myself, I can't afford to lose Afro. So I've then said, let me take a peek into what they call stagnation. Let me take a peek. Let me just look across the thing. And funny enough, yeah, it was actually Pastor Alex, one of Pastor Alex's periscopes, that at first I didn't listen to a Pastor Toby word. I didn't remember listening to a Pastor Toby word. I don't remember a Pastor Obi word like that. It was actually, I was on a train, Selly train, those that know Birmingham. And I think the nation was on a periscope, and I thought, let me just peek. And I think Pastor Alex was actually preaching at the time. And I thought to myself, he was saying something, I don't know if he was saying some things about votes and clouds, yeah? And I was like, whoa. I didn't know what it meant though. I was like, whoa, this is deep, you know? So what, if you come into nation, this is what I can get. okay, and it's free. I said, okay, cool. Let me join this thing. So I took a leap of faith and I joined the Nation family. And what I actually done to make sure I stayed rooted was I joined a department in my second service. I think I joined the protocol department straight away from when I joined the Nation, so that I can actually give myself some form of accountability and a role of responsibility so that I stay here. So that's exactly what I've done. Now, fast forward, I can boldly say that through the Nation family, through leadership from Pastor Toby Jr., Pastor Obi, through the different people I've been able to meet, I'm now someone who's able to generate 5 figures monthly easy. The reason why I had to share my story at the beginning and share some what may seem like accolades was to let you know that it wasn't the 7 A stars and the 3 A's that got me to this position. It wasn't the idea of the fact that I was by HSBC, I was one of the 100 future leaders. It wasn't because of the 3 A's I got or the unconditional I got at uni. It was simply just because I followed leadership and I followed the advice that they gave to me. I'll never forget when I hit my first pool of finances, right? So when I was able to start generating 5 figures, it was actually through an instruction my leader gave to me at the time, in which he told me to actually go back into work. But funny enough, going back into work, I was able to meet the CEO, I was able to talk with the CEO of the company that I was working for, and he introduced me into a venture that I'm now still into today. But if it wasn't for the instruction that I was given, I wouldn't even have been able to be exposed to such a person. So the truth is, leadership is actually what got me to where I am. So with that scripture, I was someone who was in the darkness. Well, I can say I grew up with people that were all in the darkness. We were then introduced to a light, Pastor Toby, Pastor Toby Jr., even Pastor Alex. All the people were introduced to a light. That then caused us to almost be attracted and go towards that light. That then made us light ourselves. You guys understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Yes, sir.
And that's what's been able to help us in terms of being light to others. So I'm not surprised now. I'm seeing the likes of a Pastor Basolo who can come from where she's from in Sydenham and be the type of leader she is now, where she's able to lead hundreds of young women, generating thousands of families. The likes of a Hannah, the likes of a Ayo, everyone here, just because we decided to follow, be attracted towards a light, to the point that when we got so close to that light, when we touched that light, when we interacted with that light, when we engaged with that light, we became the light ourselves. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say to you? That's been my story. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but long and short of it, education doesn't matter. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Nah, you guys are not giving me the energy I need right now. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Welcome to Wealth One. Welcome to our Wealth. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to see you all. And I'm excited because the nation is about to do some crazy things in this city again. So let me be polite and introduce myself. My name is Pastor Basola of the Wealth family, which is also part of the SPAC Nation family as well. I think I'll just stand on existing protocols and welcome all those who are tuned in online. Also want to welcome or give a shout out to our global pastor, Pastor Toby, and Pastor Lucy, and of course our assistant global pastor, Pastor Obi, my leader. So of course guys, today is the launch of Wealth One. You guys look beautiful and thank you for honoring the invitation of whoever invited you today. And I can guarantee you that today is going to be nothing short of inspiring. But one thing I can say is that everything from the beginning has been absolutely inspiring, from the panels to Music Nation to, of course, how can I forget, welcome Pastor Alex of the Limitless family. Everyone's sharing their story stories about how they went way back with everyone. Me and Pat also go way back. When I actually came into the Nation family, he was just an usher, and he actually opened the door for me. And you definitely did add to my experience, so thank you, sir. But of course, he's an amazing leader, leading an amazing move in the music industry called Limitless. So, do you know what? Before we get into it, let's talk about Wealth One. I know there's many different churches holding across London City today, and of course, you are welcome to Wealth One. But very quickly, Esther, are you ready for me? Okay, let's go through why we chose the name Wealth One. So, of course, as I said before, this fellowship, this group is also part of a bigger family called the Wealth family, and also the Nation family as well. So, let's just define the number one.
The number one represents several concepts and ideas, including the following.
Okay, so just a disclaimer, we didn't choose the number one because we were lazy. It actually has a very good meaning, so let's go into it.
Unity. It symbolizes singularity and indivisibility.
You tried, Mark. So the first meaning of the number one is unity. In this house, one of our main principles is family, it's unity. We believe that we're not just successful for ourselves, but the reason that we're successful is to also bring other people up. Is that clear? Yes. Perfect. Next one.
Primacy. It often denotes being first in a sequence, rank, or order.
Okay, so the number one means to be first in an order. And of course, right now in the family, those of you who are part of the family, you know that as much as we're doing church, it's also a competition, meaning that we're seeing which church can mobilize the best, bring the most people, and grow the biggest move. And I believe that this is our church. Perfect. Next one.
Individuality.
Okay.
It stands for uniqueness and distinctiveness.
Okay. This move that you see today, it is unique. It's not going to be like any other fellowship you've been to, any other church you've been to, but it's going to be nothing short of impactful in your lives and all the people who are yet to come. Next one.
Beginnings. It represents a starting point or a new beginning.
Perfect. So the number one also represents a new beginning. Many of you guys, it may be your first time ever coming to a Nation family service or a Wealth family service. And I can say that definitely a setting like this was my new beginning. I'm going to share a bit of my story. And you've heard of Pastor Larkin's story, how he started just in a room like this. But you can see the nature of leader he's become today. So it's settings like this that actually mark new beginnings in people's lives. People's lives don't change because they've got a new job. People's lives change because their minds change. And what causes their minds to change is the word. But let me not get ahead of myself. Let's go.
Leadership. It signifies being at the forefront or leading position.
Another fundamental part of our family, leadership. We believe in leadership. In fact, a statement that is very popular amongst young people is the concept of being self-made. That is a concept that I very, very much disagree with. I believe that nobody can make themselves, but I am a true testament that leadership can make a person. Mentorship can make a person. Somebody stretching out their hands to bring somebody else up is what makes an individual. Is that it?
And lastly, wholeness. In some philosophies, it symbolizes completeness and perfection.
Okay, so many of you guys may be here today and you may be going through various different issues. You may be going through various different troubles. You may not understand or be able to articulate certain things in your life. But what happens when you encounter the word, encounter a family, you get a sense of wholeness. You get a sense of understanding that every single thing that you've been through up to now is for a reason. Are we done? Perfect. So that's why we are called Wealth One, guys. And I think it's an amazing name, and that's something that these principles, I think, will soon unveil themselves, and you're going to be able to see what a unique family we have walked into. So, of course, we've heard many stories today. Of course, Pastor Jemima, your story was very inspiring. I don't know anybody who carried a knife to primary school, by the way. That is absolutely wild. But you can see the manner of leader that she's become today. And
generally speaking, guys, just to give a bit of background, I don't have much time today, but we're going to just start a conversation, and I think the team named this section Let's Talk with Pastor Busola, because I'm not here to preach to you guys, I'm not here to do the typical pastor shouting, but I'm here to just evoke some thoughts. I'm here to plant the seed of the word, and hopefully that word will begin to change certain things within your mind. So, of course, myself, as Pastor Larkham said, it's not called Sydenham, it's called Sydenham. I grew up in Sydenham, on the block, on the council estate. Many of you guys may be coming from council estates, but I think one thing that I always think about my journey is how mediocre it was. I know that word is quite cringy or whatever, but I literally just grew up in a single parent household. My dad was one of those dads that they will say they're going on a business trip and they'll just never come back. Nigerian dads are very notorious for that, by the way. But of course, I grew up in a single parent household. Not many entrepreneurs in my family, not many business people. And to be honest, I lacked role models. So I was just trying to navigate life by myself until I came to Nation Family. In fact, I actually grew up in quite a religious home. My dad was actually a pastor. And I grew up around church for a while, but I think at the age of 16, I actually decided that I didn't want to do religion anymore. And the reason that I decided I didn't want to do religion is because nothing about religion made sense to me. It felt like you would go to church every single Sunday, you would give the church money, you would serve in the church, and nothing in people's lives were changing. And for that reason, I just decided I want out. I don't want to do it anymore. So after that decision, it's like my life decided to take a whirlwind. So I remember, I think in 2016, right before I came into Nation Family, I lost one of my cousins. And for me, I couldn't articulate why that happened. For me, life just seemed very unfair. And I think right after that, what followed is a series of very, very bad depression. So Pastor Larkham, I'm not part of your gang, I definitely was depressed once upon a time. And many young people, many young females and males can relate to it. And I think the reason why a lot of people enter the state of depression and stay in that state is because they have no sense of purpose. So for me, the depression got so bad to the point where I was just suicidal all the time. Like, all the time. I wake up and I'll just be like, why am I up? Like, I don't want to be here right now. And that then led to a series of attempted suicide, attempts rather. So to the point where my mind was so broken, so tapped, to the point where I was literally Googling, okay, so how many pills does one have to take to kill themselves? It was that bad. And Pastor Remy, who's not part of this church, she's part of the Emergers, she was actually one of the people who helped me through that time. But in a nutshell, no idea of why I was on earth, no idea of what the future looked like for me, and no prospects in the sense where I couldn't see what was next for myself. So for that reason, I just didn't see a point to life. So then I remember 2017, actually let me just give a brief introduction of who I am a little bit more. I lead a business called a law house, which is a very, thank you all. Came from the council estate to leading a 6-figure business. I'm very proud of the team for that. And just to fast forward to 2017 when Pastor Alex opened the door for me in Bankside, I walked into the Nation Family and it was a setting like this, a little bit bigger. There was the panels, there was the singers, and then Pastor Toby, who is our leader of this move, came to give the word. And then I remember that day he began to speak about assignment. He began to speak about the reason as to why you are here. He started to talk to us about everything you need, everything you've been looking for is hidden in your assignment. And at that moment, life began to make sense. And many people think that it's going to be a dramatic event in your life that will make everything change. But as I said before, you don't need the next job offer for your life to change. You don't need 10K to drop in your account for your life to change. You don't even actually need to move out of the estate for your life to change. Because even before I moved out, my life was changing because of what I was hearing. My life was changing because of the environment that I was exposed to. My life was changing because of the leaders that I had encountered. Okay, let's go to our first scripture so I don't run ahead of myself tonight. As I said, guys, we're going to have a talk. I'm not going to bore you guys, hopefully. But I'm going to evoke some some thoughts that will actually add perspective as to why you're even here today. Go for it.
Matthew 6:22 in the ERV.
Perfect.
The only source of light for the body is the eye.
Okay, let's go to the scripture about vision first.
Proverbs 29 verse 18 NIV. Where there is no revelation, people cast off restraint. But blessed is the one who heeds wisdom's instruction.
So it says, where there is no revelation, when people can't see, people cast off restraint. Let's read it in a simpler version.
The voice. Where there is no vision from God, the people run wild. But those who adhere to God's instruction know genuine happiness.
So the scripture says, where there is no vision from God, people run wild. I can describe myself as somebody pre-nation that was running wild. In the sense where I was just living every single day aimlessly. I was living every single day without a sense of purpose. I was working multiple jobs but without a sense of purpose just to feed myself today. But the truth of the matter is that everything that you've been longing for, the happiness that you've been longing for, the money that you've been longing for, will never be able to access you if you don't have a sense of vision. If you don't have a why, you will never actually have the thing that you're trying to attain. So the truth of the matter is that I always grew up wanting to be successful. I always wanted to be successful. I've always grown up wanting to have a certain image. As you guys can see, I'm very beautiful, right? But thank you all. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is that until you have a sense of vision, until you actually understand your why, unless a Jemima understands why she is here, you will never actually have all the things that you've been wanting to have. So somebody like a Pastor Allah can share his story about how he had the top grades, how he was the best in his class, how he had 3 A's, 7 A's, 6 A stars, whatever it was. The stars, okay, cool. How he had all those things, but then he could still look down on himself. He could still be looking for something that he actually didn't have right now. But it was until he had the sense of vision, it was until he was in the environment of the word like this that he actually began to understand that there's a lot more to life than just grades. I think that even with those grades, you could have probably worked in a very good investment bank, but what's the good of that if you have no impact? The pictures didn't show on screen today. Do you guys have my pictures, by the way? Okay, so this is actually where it started, guys. Kind of in the journey. So I came to the nation 2017, heard a word from Pastor Toby, and kind of similar to Alakon, I didn't take as long to join the family, but I decided that I want to be a part of this family. Why? Because it was more than just church. It was more than just people gathering to hear the word, but what I could actually see from the Nation family is that people's lives were changing more than just their spirituality, but there was the actualization of the word. So I remember coming into the Nation and hearing so many stories from our family heads, which are our first-gen leaders, hearing stories about how people came from gangs to making £1 million through a business, and hearing how people came from similar stories to myself, depression, to leading hundreds of people. So one thing that I decided to do when I heard the word from Pastor Toby is to take up the responsibility to lead. So this is me, guys. I'm actually probably 18 in these pictures. I'm now 25. So these pictures are actually quite old. And if I'm honest, guys, at this time, guys, that cap is so wonky, like it's disgusting. At that time, I could have never envisioned having a 6-figure business. I could have never envisioned leading so many people. I was just literally taking the word that I had heard from Pastor Toby and all of our other leaders and just sharing the same hope. So the truth of the matter, guys, is that I can't tell you that it's a certain event that changes your life. But I can tell you that once your mind changes, everything around you will also change. Can we get our next scripture, please?
Matthew 6, verse 22. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is clear, spiritually perceptive, your whole body will be full of light.
Okay, just pause there for a moment. Are you guys trying to make some mood effects with me or? But this scripture will begin to say that the eye is the lamp of the body. Meaning that whatever you do today, whatever activities you engage in today, are a product of what your eyes can see. Right?
Wow.
If your eyes, if you're in darkness, you'll never be able to maneuver. If a person is blind, they won't know what way to go. Many of you guys, in your lives, you may be at that point where you just don't know where to go. You may be good in education like a Pastor Alarcon, but you don't know what the next 3 years holds from you. You may have grown up in an environment like myself, in a council estate, and you just don't know the way out of that. But the truth of the matter is that, as I said before, your life doesn't change when everything around you changes. Your life changes when the things inside you change. A person is only as powerful as what they can see. A person is only as powerful as the things that they have access to that change their mind. For example, leadership. Let's keep reading. Do you have another version for me?
ERV.
Perfect.
The only source of light for the body is the eye. If you look at people and want to help them, you will be full of light.
Okay, so this scripture begins to say, the only source of light for the body is the eye. So the only way a Remy will be able to navigate tomorrow is by how well you can actually see. And that sight is not the physical sight, it's what you can actually see in your mind. The truth of the matter is that you become what is in your mind. So for example, when I first came into the family, you could see all the different pictures of me preaching and things like that. But before I came into the family, I had no idea that I was supposed to be a leader. In fact, I was actually very selfish, very self-centered. In fact, I would only live every single day just thinking about, okay, how am I going to eat today? What money am I going to make today? How good am I going to be able to dress tomorrow? That's what my whole life revolved around. But it says that the only source of light for the body is the eye. If you look at people and want to help them, you'll be full of light. So what we're trying to do with Wealth One is we're trying to raise the next set of leaders. We're trying to raise the next set of people to inspire the next generation. Many of you guys are here, many of you guys are 16, 17, 18, maybe 21. But the truth of the matter is that the very reason that you were put here on earth was to inspire another generation. The very reason that you've come to this room today is so that you can hear a word to change your mind that will inspire you to act in a way that will inspire another generation. So as I said before, I think one thing that PT said back in 2017 is that one of the questions that all young people want to know, the question that ponders on people's minds day to day, is why am I here? And if you don't understand the very reason that you were put on earth, you'll not be able to navigate every single day. So as we read before in the meaning of Wealth One, one of the standards or one of the meanings of the names is unity. I didn't come here today by myself. The truth of the matter is that even in your business, guys, and I think a lot of people do message me every single day like, okay, what can I do with my business? It doesn't seem to be working. I've lost motivation and all these different things. And I think those are things that are very common to young people. It's very easy to lose motivation in whatever you're doing. It's very easy to start something today and stop it tomorrow. It's very easy to today have an amazing idea which you think is going to change your life and change the world, and then tomorrow you've lost the passion for it. But I'm showing you guys pictures of the screen of me preaching when I'm 18. I'm now 25 years old. For many people, preaching is not an attractive thing to do. But the truth of the matter is that what I understood is that what you build will come back and build you. If you can stop being so self-centered, if you can come out of yourself and think about the fact that you have a duty to impact your generation, things in your life will begin to change. I was saying to the girls that it's almost like my journey in the nation. I don't actually know the point that things changed. I don't know. I can't tell you the day that everything changed. I can't tell you the day that we made our first 10K. I think it just, I don't even know. Genuinely, guys. I don't know the day that I started to grow love for people. As I said before, I was very self-centered. Welcome to our leader, Pastor Obi. And Pastor Enrique. I can't tell you the day that everything changed. But what I can tell you the day is that the day that I walked into the house and I decided to hear a word. And the truth of the matter is that one thing as young people that we do is that sometimes we run away from environments that challenge us. We run away from environments that put pressure on us. So coming into the Nation family and me being asked to lead, that was a situation that put pressure on me. It put me in an uncomfortable position. It put me in a position that I would have to start considering other people more than myself. And the truth of the matter is that I'm not telling you guys to follow something that doesn't have results. Every single person that has come up to speak today, they are a testament of what this work does. So if I can think of actually the first day that I met a Pastor Alakon, he was probably like you sitting at the back in the Palm Angels. He was probably like you. Sitting at the back, kind of uninterested, but kind of interested. But I know you're interested. That's how he was. But you can see how the concentration of the word, you can see how the constant showing up has changed him and made him into a world-class leader today. Even though Pastor Alakon was bragging a lot, he actually didn't really go into what he actually does. As in, this is somebody that people literally throw money at just to teach them small things. So what I'm saying to you guys is that if you understand your why, everything around you will begin to change. If you understand the very, very reason that you are born to impact a generation, everything around you changes. The truth of the matter is that we have many examples in the Nation family. We have many leaders that we can see how their transition wasn't because a big bang happened to them, but their transition was because their minds was changing every single day, hearing from a PT, hearing from a Pastor Obi, and the things around them began to change. Let's go to our last scripture. Proverbs 24 verse 3, TPT. So, I want you to introduce you guys to a style of leadership called practical leadership. So what I'm saying to you guys is that you may be coming to Wealth One every Monday. You may be in the Nation family already and attending every single service. But the truth of the matter is that even the activity has to be coupled with the why. Christabel has to know the why that she attends a law house every single day. And Tony has to have a why to why she's trying to be the best chef that the world has ever seen. Let's read the scripture. Wise people are builders. So this scripture begins to talk about what we're supposed to do with the word. What we're supposed to do with settings like this. Let's keep reading. They build families, businesses, communities. Okay, so the scripture says that wise people are builders. They build families. So it's so interesting that most of our journey started with just building families. We was in uni just building a family. We didn't even know that it was going to actualize into things that make us money tomorrow. We didn't know that. We were in the uni rooms just gathering people, gathering a community, creating a family. Let's keep on reading. And through intelligence and insight, you're going to have to backtrack for me a little bit. Wise people are builders. They build families, businesses, communities. So the business that you're trying so hard to do, I know I said it before, a lot of people, and some of you even in this room, you message me and you say to me, how can I make this thing successful? How can I make this business take off the ground? The truth of the matter is that nothing in your life is going to thrive as long as you stay as an individual. The moment that you couple up with family, the moment that you acknowledge that you yourself actually can't lead your life by yourself, that's when things begin to change. Let's go.
And through intelligence and insight, their enterprises are established and endure. Because of that,
You're rushing me, but go back to businesses.
they build families, businesses, communities.
And communities. So the end goal of all of this, guys, is for us to have intense influence in all of our communities. Whether you're in the sporting space, whether you're in the beauty space, whether you're in the healthcare space, the reason why God put you here on earth is so you can have influence. God didn't put you here so that you can sit down and enjoy the words, but God put you here so that you can actually go out and affect your community. Let's keep reading.
And through intelligence and insight, their enterprises are established and endure.
And it says, after all these buildings, after putting in the work to create a family, to create a community, guess what happens to them enterprises? They are established. So that's why we can see families in the nation family that have just grown from glory to glory. We can see businesses in the family that they started off making 1K, now they're doing 6 figures. Because of the attitude of a builder, it caused everything else to be established and to endure. So the truth of the matter is that we're not trying to build a fellowship that, is going to be here today and gone tomorrow. That's not the aim. What we're trying to do is to build people that will endure. We're trying to build people that will go out and affect their community. We're trying to build people that will almost cause a domino effect. So when we say that next week when we're here, we need everyone to bring at least 2-3 people. We're saying that so that this work can endure. Because the truth of the matter is that sometimes I just sit back and think that if I didn't do a Birmingham, if I didn't follow that instruction from leadership, would a Pastor Larkin be here today? Would a Pastor Afro, would a Pastor Christabel, would a Pastor Cicely, so many people that are great leaders, would they be here today? The truth of the matter is that you can look at yourself as an individual, but you have to realize that in you are many people. In you are many people that without meeting you, they will have no hope. I'm sure that even as, let's say a Michaela and a Charmaine go out to mobilize, you're actually seeing how much people really need this work. And that's why we don't play with mobilization in this family, because I'm just thinking, what about if somebody didn't reach out to me? What about if somebody didn't reach out to a Pastor Larkin? What about if somebody didn't reach out to a Pastor Alex? What would happen to all the people that they're leading? So I need us to think of life in a more selfless manner, in the sense where your decisions today affect the life of somebody else. Your deciding to relax affects the life of somebody else. Your decision of deciding to be half in, half out of the family affects somebody else. Because the truth of the matter is that until you change, there's so many people that won't be able to change. Until certain things in your life change, until your resolve change, people won't have hope. Did we finish that scripture? No?
Because of their skilled leadership, their hearts of people are filled with the treasures of wisdom and the pleasures of spiritual wealth.
Perfect. Do we have another translation for that? Okay, in fact, we can actually leave it there. But as I round up today, one thing that our father PT constantly reminds us of is the quote that decisions decide destiny. The decision you make today affects your tomorrow. The decision of being laid back today, even though it may look like it doesn't really affect anybody, it affects your tomorrow. The people that have the worst lives, the people who are the most confused, the people who don't know how to navigate their tomorrow are just the people that are undecided. The people that haven't made up their mind. But the truth of the matter is that the most powerful thing that people can actually never take away from you is your power to choose. Your power to make a choice. So in 2017, when I came into the family, I just made a choice. I made a choice that I don't want to be like everybody else. I made a choice that where I'm coming from, Sydenham cannot bring out the best in me. I made a choice that the people that I'm listening to currently, which was my friendship group, could not bring out the best in me. So tonight you may be here and you may be listening to me and you may be thinking, why is this girl being so passionate? Because I know how much the choice I made back in 2017 impacted my life. I know that if I had stayed in my mum's council flat, not coming to the Nation family, I know that there'll be nothing like an law house today. I was actually thinking about it today and I was thinking like, damn, you actually employ 12 people and you're 25. And for me, that's not even a brag, but it's just to show you guys that this system works. This leadership works. This word works. So even as I'm speaking to you guys tonight, I'm not speaking my own words. I'm speaking words that my leaders have spoken to me before. And these are the very words that began to change everything around me. So as Wealth One, as we said before, we're aiming to take first place. And not for ourselves, because we truly believe and we're passionate about influencing a generation. We're truly passionate of the fact that if we don't rise, there's many people that won't rise. We truly believe that we're the solution to our community. So if you're here today, this is my official invitation into the family, into Wealth One. And I'm just inviting all of you guys here today to build with us. Because the scriptures say that wise people are builders. And whatever they put their hands on, guess what happens to it? It endures. So whatever you've been trying hard to do that is not working, whatever business endeavor that you've been doing that isn't working, whatever thing that you've been trying to do so hard but it just seems like it is not working, try being a builder. Because the truth of the matter is that I'll say it again, that whatever you choose to build today will build you. So if I choose to build a life of Michaela and Charmaine and all the other people connected to me, the truth of the matter is that I don't need to worry about myself because I will be built up. So that's my invitation to you guys today. This is Wealth One. Thank you guys very much. And the truth of the matter, if you guys can take one thing away from this, is that just choose to be a builder. As I said before, nothing is as powerful as the choice you have. No one can take that away from you. So today, I invite you to be part of the family Wealth One. And next week we're going to be here. We're here every single Monday, I believe. The location will be announced if you stay connected with the leaders. But what I need everybody here to do is don't come back next week by yourself. That is a very rude and selfish thing to do. Make sure that you are contacting your friend, you're contacting your sister, your colleague, whoever it may be, and you're dragging them here because you know that this place is actually the place that leaders are raised. I think this short submission has just been testament to the fact that this system works. This whole service has been testament to the fact that this system works. So the truth of the matter is that if things in your life are not working, what you need to do, just join a system that works. It makes life easy. So I'll leave that here with you guys today. Next week, I expect to see all of you guys with your 2, with your 3, and we're going to build the most powerful community that this city has ever seen.
Keep talking, guys. Keep talking. Wow. I mean, honestly, it's been inspirational. It's been a great... Why are you laughing? No, honestly, it's been inspirational to hear from all the leaders today. Of course, powerful segment talk from Pastor Osuna.
That word from Osuna, loved it. I think I even dropped a tear.
Dramatic. You're dramatic, you know. You're dramatic. But as we mentioned at the start, guys, we do have a raffle and giveaway to do at the moment. So I believe everyone here does have tickets, and we are gonna announce the winners of those giveaways today. So
get your raffle ticket in your hand because you could be the lucky winner after myself. So let's see. So the first lucky winner, and if this is you, please stand up, is number 15.
15. 15. Anyone? 15. Thank you. Round of applause.
Just come and stand next to me, just so everyone can see your beautiful face. Whilst I pick the second winner.
I think I'll do this one.
Okay, fine.
Who's gonna take the glory, man? Okay, so we got here second winner, number 9. 9. Thank you.
And lastly, you know what? We'll let you pick it. Go on. Get your hands in there. Which one?
Number 28.
28. 28. Number 28.
28.
28 in the building. 28. Don't be shy. No, it's, yeah, right. 28 in the building.
Me! Just joking. 28 isn't
Pick another
his thing.
one.
Let's let our leaders do it.
Number 25.
Number 25. 25. Thank you.
No females today, but it's fine. It's fine. Esther will do our hair for a lovely discount.
Thank you. So as we said at the beginning, here are the giveaways today. Alert House £50 gift voucher. Stay Fresh also have a gift voucher worth £50, and also a free shoe clean as well. And last but not least, of course, Locked In. Locked In the building. Thank you guys, nice one. Free Chelsea tickets, of course, to watch the best, one and only best team in the UK. But round of applause, guys, for today. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, just before we go, for those who came just a little bit late, we are going to do another social media drive. So as you can see on the screen, our QR code. So please do connect with us, especially because we will be meeting again next week. So if you just scan it, let's see your phones out. I can't see your phone. Put your phone in the air for me. Yep, I'm just going to wait till you do that. Yeah, thank you so much. So you're just going to click on that and then it will connect you.
You can use these cards as well, your program cards. Scan the QR code on them as well.
And it will connect you to our Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and Snapchat. So keep connecting with us.
So thank you guys. Thank you for at least they held it down to this.
Yeah. You're really entertaining, beautiful faces. Yeah. But please guys, do not rush off just yet.
Yep.
There is a 10-minute segment after just to meet and engage with people, gist, gossip, do what you like. Just meet your neighbor, connect with them and see how they can help you.
Yeah, of course. But besides all the laughs and the jokes, these 5 to 10 minutes is of course for everyone to network with the industries that have been on display today. And obviously, of course, many others as well. So we all know today, what we've displayed here is, of course, a family here to empower and offer the opportunity for those to join a community. So do take these minutes to speak to one of us, any of the leaders, and connect to us. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
It's been great. And see you guys next Monday. Thank you.